Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. I'm telling you, we found out something that I suspected all along, people suspected it. First and foremost, go Lizzo, go Lizzo, go Lizzo. She looked at Elizabeth, hauled off and go, wow. Elizabeth, I'm surprised you go, oh, Elizabeth had that coming, had it coming, right? Listen, I just want to say how sorry I am for, and if I had to do it, oh no, no. And Lizzo is not done with her. She's not done with Elizabeth. Okay. And unfortunately, her little Scotty, her Scott, he's in the doghouse right now. And when Lizzo slapped Elizabeth, you see Nina's mouth. Nina doesn't recognize irrational, or she's like shocked at seeing someone else be irrational. She's like, what the? And Finn comes over. She's out of line. Finn, shut up. She had every right to lay Elizabeth out. And you better be happy she slapped her in front of all of you. Because Elizabeth, Obret, Lizzo would do something like come dressed up like a doctor or a nurse. Elizabeth's getting in the elevator to go to the next floor, and Lizzo get in there with her. And then Lizzo will push stop on the elevator button, drug her, and pull her out the service entrance. Take her to a cabin and torture her. So you want Lizzo to get a little aggression out in public in front of everybody, okay? Because Lizzo is dangerous. And unfortunately, everybody, oh my God, did you see her face? Because as TJ is telling the news that she had 6 out of however many markers, was it 6 out of 12, 6, whatever markers, and then the blood test shows she's a bone marrow match. Lizzo's still looking off in La La Land as to, I've got to kill somebody. I got to make Elizabeth pay. How am I going to kill her? She's off in her own head right now, right? And Nina is like, oh my God, she's so happy. She's turning like, oh, and she goes and she hugs Lizzo, and look at Lizzo's face. It scared me. I said, oh no, she snapped. She has snapped, and she's gonna see. She knew, bottom line, Britt was going to die, but just not so soon, not like this. Because Lizzo never knew Britt planned on leaving and dying on her own. Well, I think Austin told her at the end. Austin told Maxie and Nina, I think, or they told what's his name? What's his face? Brad. Did they tell Lizzo? I think maybe did Britt say I came back for you? I think Britt told her mother she was leaving, but she came back for her, right? But Lizzo's not thinking that way. There's that crazy gene in that line. We got Lizzo, we got her sister Madeline, we got crazy Nina. Oh my God, we got Nell. Willow's the only sane one. Lord. No. Take that back, because Nathan was sane. Good one too. Lizzo's son. Britt was good too. She could just do a little dirt. Britt could do some baby steal, some egg stealing, and Britt could be dirty. Okay. Britt could be Britt. But anyway, Lisa's about to go. But my whole thing is, please make her stay hinged enough to donate the bone marrow for Willow. And then you could go off the rails as much as you want, Liesl. You could have at it. Because poor Charles ain't seen Deadly until they've seen you. Okay. And Scott, your dear Scott, who you're mad at because she told Scott was trying to calm her down after the TJ left and Nina left, because she told Nina, you know what's next, meaning inform your daughter, right? And so Scott was trying to reach her, and Liesl snatched her hand, and she told him, you sided with Elizabeth. You helped her get away with murder. And he's like, she didn't murder your daughter. And Liesl, Elizabeth is like my daughter, but she goes, but she wasn't your daughter. And Britta was my daughter. And she says, get out. I don't want to see you because you've sided with Elizabeth. And he's like, but, and she goes, get out. So he's like, oh Lord. So he leaves. But Liesl needs time to kidnap somebody, to cool off, to torture somebody. She needs a little time. Just give her some time. Let her be Liesl, and then she'll come back. She'll get her little head right, right? Just, I pity the fool. Like, really, let her get into Darkham. I pity Heather. I really do. Wow. Come on in a match, everybody. If we had to pick, in this corner is Liesl Obrecht. And in this corner is Heather Weber. Who do you think's going to win? Wow. I kind of think Liesl would win. Tell me what you think. Who you think would win in a match between Heather Weber and Liesl Obrecht? I think Liesl. That's my guess, right? So we have, while all this is going on, Willow invited Carly and Jocelyn over, but she's fading. She's weak. She's, I don't know how Michael didn't have to carry her up the stairs. She tells them that, Jocelyn, she wants her to be a bridesmaid. She wants the kids involved with the wedding. She wants Carly to be the matron of honor. And Carly's like, me? You want me? And she goes, but I kept the news about Nina from you. And she goes, Carly, you have treated me like a daughter for a long time now, and that's what counts. So, okay, you know what? We can't be mad at Willow's reasoning. And guess what? Obrecht's going to save her life. Oh, by the way, who kept saying in comment corner, Obrecht is not a match? Who kept saying that? She is a match. It's what happens. Goodness. I was thinking you all looked ahead. I thought it was an episode where she wasn't. She is a match. Now, she does have to go through the physical, but you know what they're not going to do? Because remember, the original donor went through the physical and they had a health condition that precluded them from donating, but they're not going to repeat that story with Obrecht. I really believe we're ready to move forward, and they better be ready to move forward because we have other stories we can move forward on. Let's be real, people. Let's wind this up. Wind it up, wind it down. So Willow went to get up to go get her tablet to show them some bridesmaids dresses she had been looking at, and pretty doggone collapsed. Michael had to catch her, right? So he caught her and he got her back to the couch, and Carly and him was like, look, this is too much. We can look at the dresses tomorrow. She goes, no, I want to look at them now. And she goes, no, Willow. She goes, I said I'm okay. And then they kind of looked, and so Michael says, Willow, just take a nap. Just take a nap. Carly says, we won't go anywhere. We're going to be here when you wake up. So she goes, just a short one. I'll just take a short nap, right? So Michael helps her up the stairs, and Michael's talking to Joss and Carly, and his phone rings, and it's Nina. He goes, oh, Nina, I ain't got time for her. So you make sure he doesn't accept it. Nina calls right back. And so Jocelyn's like, look, you better just answer it because she's going to call you. She's going to keep calling. So Michael finally, he goes, Nina, this is not a good time. Listen, Michael, listen, don't hang up. Don't hang up. You're going to want to know what I want to tell you. See, because I know you and Willow are always mad at me. You never want to hear anything I have to say, but it's this time you want to hear. Oh, but I bet you your mama Carly's over there, right? Right? She's going to want to hear this too. You all are going to want to hear this. And then guess what else? You're going to stop being mad at me for taking Sonny away from all of you. You all are going to want to hear this. She didn't say all that. But why is it when you know that somebody is apt to hang up in your face, why do you stall? Soon as Michael would have answered and said, Nina, now is not a good time. You want to know what the first doggone thing coming out of her mouth should have been? We have a daughter for Willow. That should have been the first thing out of her mouth. Because Michael would have been, huh, what? You know? Oh, goodness gracious. I thought he was going to hang up on her because she's sitting up there stalling. You trying to grandstand, Nina, grandstanding. So anyway, the next thing they show is Willow's coming down the stairs. And she sees Michael like kneeling down, sitting on the edge of the couch, and Carly and Joss are hugging him. She's like, Michael, what's the matter? Michael, what happened? And they didn't tell. Did they? We see her tell her there's a donor. Yes, they did. There's a donor. Willow, you have a match. You have a match. And she's like, what? Huh? I thought she was gonna hit the ground, right? Because she's weak. And they should have said, you have a match. Your new Aunt Lizo is a match. I mean, come on, say who the match is. It's family. Your Aunt Lizo is a match. Your great Aunt Lizo. So good whoop-de-doo, and I'm happy about that, right? So anyway, that was pretty good. Then they had a wasted scene of Dex. He made a dish because Sonny has all the recipes in the kitchen there, and he made one of the dishes, and he asked Sonny to taste it, and Sonny said, oh, it tasted good, but it needed parsley. Sonny got some parsley, and he goes, now this is perfect. And so then he told Dex, you made some for two, right? And Dex said, yeah. And he goes, sit down and eat. So they're both having a meal together, kind of getting to know each other. And Sonny's guy comes in and he goes, boss, I got an update, on Pikeman for you. Or either Sonny looked at him and said, you got my update on Pikeman? And he's like, yeah. So they get up to go into Sonny's office, and Dex gets up. And Sonny goes, you can clear this stuff up and you can go home. And Dex says, but there's an update on Pikeman. Shouldn't I hear the update? And Sonny says, no, you shouldn't. And walked into his office, and the guy looked whatever Bruno is, Mario, whoever the bodyguard is, he looks and, yeah, you ain't in it. Shuts the door behind him, and Dex is looking like, well, what just happened? How come I'm not in? What does the boss have on me? Yeah, remember, Sonny was having Dex tailed. Remember that? I mean, if the tailor was a good tailor, he definitely knew that Dex was getting a little tail from Jocelyn, right? So that secret, that cat's out of the bag, or it should be, or bad bodyguard, bad tailor. So anyway, that's going to be interesting. We're going to see what did he find out about Dex, right? So now we have Dante. They're opening up the room with the crowbar. I knew Nicholas's body wasn't in there. Knew it, right? Nicholas's watch was left there. And guess what, everybody? Not just left there. It was planted there to show Nicholas was there. How you gonna miss that watch falling off? Something that expensive. And Ava, her looks, she was looking so scared. And Austin's looking like, uh-oh, what they gonna find? Uh-oh, And she says, yeah, that's Nicholas's watch. And she said Nicholas's full long name, right? And so she's like, I don't know. I mean, I've never been in this room. I don't know. And so Dante's like, okay, when is the last time? What time was it you said you saw Nicholas on the 13th? She said about 7:30. She goes, well, this watch stopped at 8 on the 13th. And I'm thinking, well, that's convenient. I mean, even a wind-up watch wasn't going to stop like that. And if it was an automatic stop, the only way it's going to stop is, it needed manually winding or what. I don't know. I don't know how that watch happened to stop on that date at that time. Let's be real. That was convenient and very unscientific. So Dante goes back to the house, and his detective says, Dante's like, but why would he come back? And it's a tack house. Yeah, the tack house. I kept saying stables, but it's a tack house. And so I guess that's the new detective on the police force, right? Because I did see they were getting one. And I'm thinking, why are they getting a new detective and Chase is about to come back? Chase should be back this month. Thank God they haven't shown nothing else about Link. They need to drop that storyline altogether, period. Because I'm going to be pissed if Chase doesn't get reinstated back to the force. But anyway, the guy says, well, look, I guess this really does look like Nicholas Cassadine came back in here to pick up something, some stash of something for him to skip town. So they go back to Windermere, Dante, Ava, and Austin. And Dante just tells her, okay, so they pretty much searched everything, but they probably weren't done, but done enough for now. And then he kind of talked to Ava personally, saying that he was recommending she get counseling because it was a huge trauma that she went through. But so far, her story, the checks and balances match enough for the PCPD, because come on, the PCPD can't solve a crime if you handed them the answer, right? They can't solve nothing. They're going to have to believe Ava. So it was like, what happened? And Austin said, I thought you said he was dead. And Ava says, did you check his pulse? He goes, yeah, I checked his pulse. And he goes, well, was his heart beating? She goes, I was traumatized, but yeah, his heart was not beating. And I'm thinking, how do you know, Ava? Right? So anyway, guess what the last scene of the show was? Bingo! What have I been saying all along? Mason was there. All along I have said that. Well, guess what? Guess who got Nicholas's body? Mason. But somebody, because Nicholas is still unconscious and on the ventilator or life support, right? I doubt life support, more ventilator, which is form of life support. Hello. So anyway, Mason is like, yeah, his vitals are stable. Nurse Mason said that, right? Nurse Mason. So, he's given a report to somebody, and I thought, okay, here we go. We got 3 people this could be he's reporting to. Either Victor, because you notice we haven't seen Victor at all. Victor would be talking about, where's my nephew? No Victor. Mason's and Austin's boss. Well, he was talking to Austin. He was talking to Austin. See, Austin has been down to them stables a couple times. Seriously. Austin called cousin Mason to come get Nicholas. That's exactly what I'm thinking. And Austin has Nicholas set up. Okay? Because Austin is the doctor for the mob, right? If it's not Austin, see, Victor. The reason why I don't say it's Victor Cassadine, Victor would never leave the life of a Cassadine in nothing but the best medical care in Greece. We flying him to Cassadine Island. I'm flying him to the best clinic around. That's Victor. Victor would not leave Nicholas's life in the hands of, he don't know Austin. He don't know them people. So it's either, to me now that I talk it out, it's either Mason's boss, or it's Austin that Nicholas is being cared for. I mean, they got him set up. So at least they gave us a quick now, boom, boom. We see Nicholas is not dead, which is now probably where the soap had it always planned for him to be gone for 3 months, right? But the other actor playing Nicholas wasn't having it when, you know what, you're going to find jobs are hard to come by. You're probably going to wish you'd have did that, because at least you'd have a job after 3 months, but hello. So anyway, everybody, that tidied up that. We physically see Nicholas is not dead. We physically see Mason is involved. So let's see how this all plays out. To me, overall, General Hospital was a good episode today. Now we've got a lot of comments. I'm going to skip through some. I have quite a few duplicate commenters. I'm not going to say everything you said because it's just too much. We've got like 40 some odd comments today. So I'm not going to read, if you've commented, and I may read you twice, but I'm not going to read you the 10 times you did it, right? Okay, so LaShawn said, Willow Tate's great Aunt Liesel just found out she's a match. Yes, she did, and I'm so happy, LaShawn. Misty says, John McBain delivered Sam and Jason's baby. Okay. And LaShawn says, John McBain is the one that delivered Sam's son Danny in 2012. Jane says, yes, John McBain definitely had a child with Natalie Buchanan Banks named Liam, and that's funny because Boss's child is named Liam on General Hospital. You mean Sasha's dead child is named Liam. And then she says she's glad that Liesel slapped Elizabeth. And let's go down to Terry says John McBain star Todd came to General Hospital after One Life to Live ended. Then they all had to leave and go back as new characters, Silas, Kiki, and Franco. Yes. Jane also comments that they were in the TAC room. Let's go down, Jane, because you made a bunch of extra comments. Lavin says Star Manning was working with Lulu on the Hunted Star as Star. So she did come as Star. And then that's right, as we get a little deeper, some more history came and it was started clicking in my head. Then we have Kim says, hi, 2 hearts. Hi, how are you doing? My name is Kim. I love when you talk about the stories on General Hospital. One story I hate on General Hospital is Joss and Dex. And Michael, because of the hatred over Sonny, is disrespect. I don't like Carly at times because of the way she's bringing up her kids, especially Jocelyn, and the way she's treating Sonny. I wish Jason would come back so he could help Sonny. I kind of think Jason would be with Carly. Sonny don't need no help right now. Jason loves Carly and she loves him. NK says Jordan rejected Curtis' efforts to join the force. You know what? You're right. When I read your comment a little earlier, you're right. Curtis did want to return to the force and Jordan didn't want him to. She sure didn't. LaShawn said Scott's a wuss and needs to grow a pair. Scott didn't have to tell her anything. He sure didn't. I don't know why Liz snitched. I don't know Liz snitched on Uncle Victor. I don't know either. I wish anyone but Liesl could save Willow. She is vengeful, spiteful, and will want something in return. Yes, she will, but that'll make for good writing. Linda says, remember, Todd came to Port Charles and started dating Carly. Yes, he did. John came looking for Todd. Star is there and became Michael's girlfriend. Well, Star is Todd's daughter, right? And became Michael's girlfriend. And that's why Todd and Carly was a couple. I love the 3 from One Life to Live. I believe Blair and Taya was there because Taya and Blair was thinking Todd had killed Taya's husband, Victor Lord Jr. Also, Todd switched Sam's baby with Taya's baby because Taya's baby had died, and Todd was helping deliver Taya's baby, or when Todd was helping Taya deliver her baby. Sam believed her and Jason's son died. The story was so good at that time. I wanted those characters to be a part of General Hospital so bad, but it wasn't to be. And Linda says, also, I love Blair and Carly. They were friends, which was true. I was shocked. They made an unlikely alliance as friends, and they were good. They became good friends because Blair from One Life to Live did not have friends. And look, Carly still don't have any friends, but they became friends. That was the first time that Carly actually had a true friend in Blair. You're so right. Wow, that was great writing. I liked it when they were on back then. Annette says, so when Heather kidnaps Willow's baby, it's not going to be your fault. They look alike. Yeah, because we got some information a little bit later about those babies. They are not the same. Yay. Two sets of cute baby twins, right? But they're boys. All of them, all four of them. Annette says, you know what my papa used to say about General Hospital? A bunch of mixed up nuts. LOL. And then Annette says, no, Star, I believe, came a Star and had a bad accident. Her child, a girl, was killed in a wreck. She wanted to be a singer. Yep, if I remember correctly. Subscribe to hear the rest of the story. Annette, you gonna tell the story? Every recap, you gonna come in and give us some more of that story? That's cool. But yes, subscribe. We're almost at 1,000. Ron says, for once, Michael, shut up long enough to get good news. I wonder where Mason has Nicholas. I know. Sandy says, Stella needs to come clean about everything. Thanks for the recap. Hello there, says, you mentioned in one of the comments about a spinoff Night Shift. I liked that show. If General Hospital ever moved to ABC streaming, perhaps they might think about moving to a nightly drama and restructure the show to reflect Night Shift. It was much more hospital oriented and still had action and good stories. I liked Night Shift too. Michael says, I pray they wrap up Curtis Trina DNA reveal quickly. According to Wednesday's episode, Lisa is a match for Willow. So far, it looks like Willow will survive. Nicholas is not in the stables. Yeah, you're right. I'm sure Nicholas is alive. Yes, he is alive. Austin and Mason possibly have already moved Nicholas. That's exactly what I think happened. The One Life to Live cast came to General Hospital for less than a year. They included John McBain, Blair Kramer, Star Manning, Taya Delgado, Todd Manning, and also Nora Buchanan came on a time or two as counsel. Avery Christian Pope is the actress that plays Esme Prince. Great recap. Yeah, Anna Rihanna says, thank you for a great recap. Again, it's a hot mess in the city. And that's so true. Gwen says, oh, Brett is the donor. Good. I'm ready for the storyline to be over. Mason has Nicholas. Sonny shut Dex out of the Pipeman deal. Oh, Brett is on the warpath. This is all so exciting. Great recap. It's getting ready to be on and popping, y'all. On and popping. And then Night Girl 54 says he came as Todd, Star. She hooked up with Michael. Star's daughter went over a cliff with the baby's father. Star blamed Sonny. John came to General Hospital to investigate his sister's death. Sherry says, we already know Mason took Nick's body, but who do we think is keeping him stable, maybe even alive? Hint, that's what Austin's job was for a while with several others. Patch him up. I know, huh? Nothing to see here. And then Carolyn says, I love your channel and your energy. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you. I think you're a new commenter on Comment Corner. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I just like to have a lot of fun with the comments on the show. And after I saw today's show, I thought, now this is why I look forward to doing these daily recaps, because I like to talk about what I saw today, right? And I know you do too. So I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap of General Hospital, and we shall see what they're going to have going on. Usually Thursdays are kind of blah, blah, but we shall see. They got some momentum going right now. So I'll be back tomorrow.